If you're looking for one of those games of which every time you play it you'll want to beat your top high score, I'm going to recommend Island Hopping. It's fast-paced and just about as fun as Tasty Static. The game was developed in 48 hours by Praetorian Studios. When you initially start up the game, you're given this little options menu here. You enter your name, checkmark if you want to see the world scores or not, full screen, all that great stuff. And then you're taken to the main menu. You can play the game, select your difficulty, or select your game type. There are no other game types other than regular, but there might be more later on. If you go to the options menu, you just go back to the previous menu you were at. The first thing I want to go over is the controls. Rather than using the keyboard, you use the mouse. You can use the keyboard, but it suffers that of Cat Planet syndrome, where every key makes you jump, including up. This puzzled me. Anyway, on your first run, you're going to notice something. The islands affect your score differently. You want to jump on as many green islands as you possibly can, and avoid the red islands because they take away points, and the gray islands just destroy your combo. The orange islands have very special score power-ups. And I'm sorry, but I just cannot continue on without mentioning the music. This loop is really catchy, but after a half hour, it kinda starts to get annoying. You can turn it off, but then the game is just too quiet. It needs some noise. Of course, an alternative to this would be, you could turn off the game's music and just add your own, but nothing really seems to fit. Oh well, it's not a game you play for music anyway, it's a game clearly for gameplay. And the sound effects are just, well, SFXR sound effects. Going back to the gameplay and actually the controls, I quickly learned that you could actually double jump, and it's something you're going to be doing quite a bit. The game's graphics consist of various colored islands, water, and a big black void that you're running into. I've said it in Tasty Static and I think a couple other games. This is one of those games that you play for the gameplay and graphics. Simple arcade fun. Trying to get the highest score. Of course, one difficulty level is only fun for so long before you want to try something a little more challenging. Playing it on the hard mode, the only difference in the difficulty turns out to be that the islands are farther apart and smaller. And you go faster. And on hard and insane you can only jump once. If you plan on trying to beat the world's largest high score, good luck, it's something billion points. Even at that, the game's not that hard, it's really easy to learn and it's hard to master. It's just one of those games that you slowly get better and better at. Eventually what it boils down to is how long can you last, and how many points can you get in that time. If you're looking for something fun to play for hours, then really? This is a game that you really should play.